Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes for the 28th of May right up until the 3rd of June. Okay, so on the 28th of May we've got Jupiter making a conjunct to the Moon's North Node, so this can bring many positive opportunities for growth, expansion and abundance. It's a time where we may feel a sense of excitement and optimism about the future, so it's good to make new connections and establish important relationships or repair any arguments in existing ones, whether that be professional, intimate or personal. It's also a great time for learning and personal growth, as you may feel more open to new ideas. Also, it's necessary to be wary of overindulgence, because Jupiter expands everything, which can lead to us overdoing things, especially being too confident in our plans and stuff. So make sure you know it takes hard work mostly to get where you want to get to, and to take small daily steps, and failure is all part of the process as well. And to make the most of this energy, just be open to new ideas, new people and new aspects of your personality and new personal self-expression and new ways of being in this world. On the 29th of May, the moon enters void of course. Void of course is when some astrologers say it's best to put off important things, especially if you feel impulsive and reckless and stuff like that. The moon enters Virgo at 4:26 a.m. after going into void of course at 1:20 a.m. So when the moon enters Virgo energy is analytical, detail orientated, so it's an excellent time to focus on practical things, tasks and organisation, your room, your workspace or anything else that needs reorganising. Displacement increases productivity and make us more efficient, and some of us may feel that we want to be more invested in our personal hygiene and can have an urgent need for being more clean and being more orderly in both your physical, intellectual and emotional spaces as well. So it's good to do work that requires attention to detail and focus on your self-care and any wellness routines. Also on the negative end, Virgo are known for being perfectionist and also critical as well, so watch out for judging yourself and others too harshly, as this can hinder progress. Also, Virgo energy can make us overthink and worry, so it's beneficial to be mindful of this as well, and also to love yourself and practice self-care during this time. Over the next couple of days the moon's here as well. The best use of this energy is to be more productive and efficient, as well as being mindful of being too critical, and watch out for being too focused on perfection, and just embrace what is as well and be grateful to where you are as well. On the 30th of May, the moon enters void of course at 8:39 a.m. Venus enters Cancer at 3:09. Check out the playlist. I've done a long analysis of that, so check that out. On the 31st of May, the moon enters Libra, so on the positive side, this can bring a sense of balance and harmony to our emotional state. We may find ourselves seeking out more peace and being more cooperative in our relationships with others and ourselves, and have a strong desire to create more beauty in our life and in the way we dress and talk and stuff like that. This transit gives us the ability to see all sides of an issue, so we can find compromise more easily. So good for all sorts of teamwork, team building exercises. On the negative end, we can become people pleasers and neglect our own needs and desires as well, and be superficial, saying things that we don't mean, so watch out for that. And people may try and manipulate as well through emotional means and people pleasing ways as well. Also, we can be more indecisive, and we may struggle to make choices that satisfy both our own needs and the needs of those around us. So it's important to find a healthy balance between cooperation and assertiveness, and ensure that we're not sacrificing our well-being in the process. The best use of this transit is to develop a more peaceful and equal approach to relationships, while maintaining a strong sense of self and your own authentic values. Also today there's a gibbous moon. So the gibbous moon happens when the moon is in between a half moon and a full moon. At this phase the moon appears almost full with only like a small sliver of darkness. So astrologically the gibbous moon is associated with the energy of refinement, so adjusting our plans and preparing. So it's a time to gather information, make adjustments and fine-tune plans before taking action. One of the pros of this phase is that it can provide clarity and insight, as it encourages us to review our progress and identify areas that need improvement. It also can be a great time for self-reflection and introspection, and allowing us to gain a better understanding of ourselves and our goals. Negatively, it can lead to overthinking and analysis paralysis, which means we're crippled by too much thoughts and options, so we don't take any options as well. And with the moon still in Libra as well, we have to watch out for that. So it's important to balance reflection with action to avoid becoming stuck in a cycle of doubt and indecision. The best use of this phase and the gibbous moon is to focus on changing your plans, getting out of your comfort zone and preparing for the next phase of action. By taking time to adjust and fine-tune your approach, you are setting yourself up for success in the future. Also, Mercury is making a quincunx to Saturn today, so on the positive end this can give us the power and endurance, allowing us to keep moving forward despite any obstacles or setbacks. So it's good, as I said, the gibbous moon can make us indecisive, but this energy makes us more decisive, so we can be more focused on being patient and overcoming our obstacles with discipline and responsibility as well. We may find ourselves in situations where we may need to be more organised and focused to achieve success. On the negative side, this transit can bring about a risk of accidents, injuries and illness, and it can also trigger warlike behaviour, destructiveness and separations or losses. So it's essential to be mindful of potential challenges and take the necessary precautions to avoid them. In conclusion, the best use of today's transit are to stay grounded, disciplined and focus on our goals while being mindful of potential challenges and obstacles, and use discipline and endurance to make necessary changes to our plans so we can move slowly but solely through hard work towards our success. Let us be proactive in taking precautions to avoid negative effects such as accidents, injuries or warlike behaviour as well, because Mars is quincunxing Saturn and people can get hella crazy, so watch out for that. But yeah, with the right mindset we can turn this transit into a positive force that propels us towards growth and achievement. On the 1st of June the moon enters via combustion. So this via combustion means when the moon is between the 15th degrees of Libra and Scorpio. So this can bring difficulties in communication, but the best use of this is to use it for growth and to confront our deepest fears and work through any emotional blockages that may be holding us back as well. Also, via combustion is associated with the fixed star Alhirca, which is said to bring success and good fortune to those who can navigate this challenging period with grace, openness and resilience. The negatives of the moon being here in via combustion is that it can bring an increased risk of conflict between people, miscommunication and people just being emotionally volatile, so watch out for that. So approach this energy the next few days with caution and awareness. Take some time out for self-reflection and avoid unnecessary arguments and confrontations. So the best use is to stay grounded, embrace any opportunities for growth, remaining mindful of potential challenges, and some of us can get great breakthroughs in any situations where we've been feeling drained or stuck, and we can also get a greater understanding of ourselves as well, and so it just helps with our ongoing personal evolution. Venus also leaves out of bounds. So out of bounds is when Venus in this case is beyond the sun's most northerly or southerly point in the ecliptic, so over 23.24 degrees, let's say it like that. So yeah, Venus, the planet of love and relationship and beauty, comes back in bounds. So this can have both negative and positive effects when Venus is back in within the sun's limits in the sky. So it can allow, if you've been feeling unstable in relationships, it can bring more stability and balance into our relationships as well, because Venus out of bounds can make us act crazy and unpredictable, causing unexpected events in our lives. So Venus being back in bounds can help us feel more grounded and secure in our connection with others right now as well, so counteracting that via combustor energy. But on the negative end, it can make us feel more rigid in our attitude towards love and relationships, but that can be a good thing, because maybe we was being too unstable, so this is going to make us more stable now. But it can also make us lack flexibility and an unwillingness for us to compromise, which can create further tension in our relationships. The best use of Venus being back in bounds is to take this time to reflect on our relationships and how we can find a healthy balance between stability and flexibility. This may involve examining our attitudes towards love and commitment and being more open with our communication and finding that compromise with ourselves and our partners as well. So, using this energy to reflect on our relationships, making changes that are productive as well. And as Venus comes back in bounds, it's also making a trine to Neptune. So this enhances our openness to beauty, art and music. So we can appreciate the finer things in life and be more creative and artistic right now as well. Also boosts our imagination and can enhance our ability to see the world in a new and beautiful light. It's an excellent time to attend art exhibits, concerts and other cultural events that stimulate the senses. On the negative side, this aspect may dull your sense of practicality and rational thinking, and people may become overly idealistic and emotional, leading to unrealistic expectations or disappointment because we ignore red flags or expect too much. So it's crucial to balance the creative and practical and avoid escapist behaviours such as overindulging in drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, binging and all of that, and overspending. But if we use this energy more wisely, we can use it to repair our relationships and focus on our creative and spiritual and romantic goals. Also, it's a great energy to use for introspection and personal growth, as our intuition and empathy can be more increased. On the 2nd of June, the moon enters Scorpio at 7:59 p.m. So when the moon's in Scorpio, it can bring about positive and negative effects in the distant areas of our lives. Scorpio is a water sign symbolising emotions, transformation and intensity. The moon represents our emotional state and how we nurture ourselves. So when the moon is in Scorpio, we may feel things more deeply, and this can be really good for those who need to confront their emotions and heal themselves. It can also make us more intuitive and perceptive towards the feelings of others. So it's a good time to, have date night, listen to our partners and friends, and just spend time. Even though things can get intense, it can be quite healing. Even if you do end up in an argument, also you can repair it, because sometimes the things we keep hidden and don't say to people are the things we need to say. So we can repair our relationships, even though it may break them for a while, and bring more authenticity to our relationships as well. Also, this energy is great for introspection and meditation, as it can help us connect with our inner selves and gain insights into our subconscious mind. On the other hand, when the moon's in Scorpio, it can bring about jealousy, possessiveness and the desire for control, because Scorpio is known for intensity and is associated with power and dominance, which can lead to feelings of manipulation or being manipulated. So it can be challenging for those who struggle with trust issues, as the Scorpio moon can amplify these kind of feelings of distrust, which can lead to an increased sense of paranoia. So it's essential to be mindful of this energy and try and channel it into more positive things, such as setting healthier boundaries and learning to let go of trying to control others and yourself as well in some respects. Just being more flexible with yourself, more open to loving yourself and accepting yourself, and letting go of feelings of shame and guilt, and dealing with any unresolved psychological, spiritual and emotional trauma as well. So all in all, the moon in Scorpio is a good time to to experience intense emotions in a safe space and for inner reflection as well. And while there may be both positive and negative effects, it's an excellent opportunity for personal growth and healing if we approach this time over the next couple of days with awareness and intention. On the 3rd of June, the moon leaves via Conjunct. So yeah, that was the weekly scopes from the 28th of May to the 3rd of June.